Now, Chelsea fans, right? Let us talk about our next game. It's against Brighton. And in all honesty, Brighton is a very interesting opponent for Chelsea. And we have a problem. We have a very huge problem. Now, right now, Cole Palmer is injured, and there is no really timeline on when this guy is going to get back. So there is a likelihood possibility that Cole Palmer would not feature for Chelsea in the game against Brighton, right? And also the next substitute in that number 10 role is Facundo Buonanotte. And Facundo Buonanotte cannot play because Brighton is his home team, so he can't play against Brighton. And then we have João Pedro, who could play as number 10, but he is the main striker. He is the one that has been playing the main striker for Chelsea in recent games. So technically, he cannot play as in number 10. So the question now is, what happens if Cole Palmer does not recover before the game, the Brighton vs Chelsea game in the weekend? Because as it is looking right now, I don't think Cole Palmer is going to recover. Of course, I might be wrong, but it does not look like it. Now, we have options. Now, the first option is we play McGill as a striker and João Pedro should be the number 10. This would give us the creativity of João Pedro that comes up when he plays behind the striker. That is option 1. Now, option 2 is we play this guy Andre Santos as a number 8. We push Enzo Fernandez into that number 10 position, and this way, Andre Santos can add balance into the midfield, and Enzo Fernandez will give us the attacking threat. Now, for me, both options have the positives and negatives. Now, option 2. The negative of option 2 is that Chelsea fans have it against Enzo Fernandez at this point. So Enzo Fernandez is going to be put under a microscope. Every decision he makes, everything he makes is going to be analyzed. And I feel like I would not want Enzo Fernandez to be in that situation. Of course, he's a professional, but personally, I don't want him to be in that position. And of course, we know that Enzo Fernandez plays better when he plays from deep. He creates chances better when he creates from deep. So that is the negative for option 2. The positive for option 2 is that Andre Santos will play if we go with option 2, because if Andre Santos, if Enzo Fernandez has to play as the number 10, it means Andre Santos has to come in and form the pivot with Moses Caicedo, and which will bring balance to the Chelsea midfield. That's the positive. Now, for option 1, the positive is that we get to see McGill as the striker. And that is something that a lot of us have been clamoring for. We brought McGill, we called McGill back from loan at Sunderland, and I don't think he has played one single minute for Chelsea since he returned back from loan. So if option 1 is used, if McGill is used as the main striker against Brighton, it's something that's going to be very, very good, and that's one of the positives. The second positive is that with option 1, we get to enjoy the creativity of João Pedro. And come on, when we play João Pedro as number 10, he always drops deep. He doesn't stay up front. So it makes sense for me, option 1. Now, for me, I would go with option 1. Play McGill as the striker and João Pedro as the number 10. Of course, we can also have the option 3 of playing Willian Estevo as the number 10. But for me, I don't want Willian Estevo to be the number 10. I want Willian Estevo to be the winger and be the right winger and Pedro Neto as the left winger. So that's why I did not include option 3. But option 3 actually can include Willian Estevo as the number 10. But for me, I will go with option 1, McGill as the striker, João Pedro as the number 10. For Chelsea fans, which option would you go for? Let me know in the comment section.